Well, there's one more thing I really did want to talk about here because, and this is breaking down the business side. This movie comes out on Netflix on December 12th. Let's be honest here. Rian Johnson probably did not want this small release window, but he signed a deal with Netflix to create 2 Knives Out movies. So he did that with Glass Onion and Wake Up Dead Man. Now, we're not done. Like, they're gonna make another one. You can make 6 Knives Out films, and they would do fantastic because they do fantastic in theaters. Do you think if Netflix and Rian Johnson come to that table and they discuss, Rian Johnson will have a clause being like, hey, instead of doing 2 weeks, what if we do a month window?
Yeah, I feel like with more and more auteurs going to Netflix, I'm like at least having the conversation of what a theatrical release is going to look like. I feel like there's definitely going to be that leverage with that in Rian Johnson's case to say like, yeah, I want a proper theatrical release. And I don't know, maybe there could be a marketing clause in there too. But yeah, I want a proper theatrical release, at minimum 30, 45-day window. And if you guys really want me to keep making these movies for you, you need to do this. We've seen it already with Zach Kreger, director of Weapons, writer-director of Weapons, I should say, good auteur. And he just basically was like, no, Netflix, nuh-uh, I want a theatrical release. They wanted to do it just as streaming, and he's like, nope. So now I believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe the current state of that project that was in question with Zach Kreger, he's kind of like looking elsewhere. I'm not sure if Zach Kreger had ever worked with Netflix in the past in regards to certain projects. So I don't know what leverage he might have had other than look at Weapons, what it did, but that was with Warner Brothers. And here, I don't know what the history is between these two. With Rian Johnson, we know the history, and it's definitely in Rian Johnson's favor. So with that leverage, we'll have to see where it goes. But I mean, I know for a fact he's gonna make that push.
Well, at this point, it's like I want to take Netflix by the throat and be like, listen, you have proof that if you put your movies in theaters first, they do better on Netflix. More people stream them on Netflix. And I feel like we've gone through a cycle of just bad Netflix movies, bad Netflix movies, bad Netflix movies, and this is like a golden gem for them.
You know where I could see this going, if anywhere else? I feel like Rian Johnson might be good with Universal.
Oh.
Because, I mean, one, with his show that he had going on Peacock, which unfortunately was, I think, recently canceled, Poker Face, for a while was pretty successful, but he has a history there with Peacock. So depending on what the final negotiations were, towards the end of that cancellation and what their relationship is now, I wonder if he's kind of already talking with them about, hey, do you guys want to work on the next Knives Out movie? Do you want to, take this on? Am I going to be staying with Netflix? There's so many different ways he can go with it, but from any alternative outside of Netflix, I feel like Universal would be the next reasonable step.
I would actually love that. I think that's actually like a perfect marriage right there. But Daniel Craig can play Benoit Blanc till he's like 80, and I would.
He's 90.
I'm fine with that, honestly.